Mark, can you tell us a bit more about Firstup, how the company came about with the recent merger with SocialChorus and Dynamic Signal?
Yeah, that's an interesting story. Actually, I think historically, Dynamic Signal and SocialChorus were competitors in the same space. In actual fact, they were number one and number two in the employee communication space. So when the opportunity for merger came up between the two companies, I think both companies jumped at it. What it's offered them is the opportunity to drive not only their success, but to become the natural market leader within that employee communication digital experience space. And the company since then has gone from strength to strength. You know, our product offering is strong, and we're winning with our customers.
And as the Director of Engineering, can you tell us a bit more about the product?
Well, our core product is about employee communication. Essentially, I think the most valuable part of that and what differentiates us from the marketplace is our orchestration engine. So the key components of that are how do we reach employees, you know, at the right time on the right channel with the right message. Our orchestration engine then, you know, allows us to deliver messages, but we have multiple channels that messages can be consumed through. Like we've got web or, you know, custom mobile apps that are fully branded for our customers. We also have, you know, another product set which allows us to serve our employee advocacy customers, and that's a big focus for the Belfast market and something we'll be looking to grow here in the future.
Since COVID-19, has the product become more widely used as the communication between remote teams becomes increasingly vital?
I think the pandemic actually showed a lot of companies that there was a better way for them to communicate with their employee base, and that, you know, companies such as Firstup could help them reach all of their employees in a timely manner and use that to build culture and engagement within their base, no matter where they're working in the world. You know, that might have been at home during COVID, but it could just as easily be on a warehouse floor or in the field or just common desk jobs as well.
So where does the company plan to go with product innovation?
Firstup has a strong strategy with regard to innovation. We practice 10% time within all of our teams on the engineering and product side. From a product perspective, most of our focus from innovation will be around our, you know, data intelligence and reporting areas, and that's a big feature of how we can take all the data that's already captured by our product and driven through our orchestration engine and drive that value and insight back into our customers' business.
So Mark, can you tell us a bit more about what you have planned for the future of the Firstup Belfast office?
Recently we named the Belfast office as our EMEA hub for Firstup. I mean, obviously as a global company we're putting a lot of effort into growing in a number of marketplaces, and to pick Belfast as the hub for our entire EMEA market is a massive vote of confidence for Belfast. You know, what that really means is that we'll be growing across all of our job functions and CX, support, professional services, even into marketing and sales eventually, as well as obviously continuing to grow our engineering team to be, you know, a market leading.
And can you tell us a bit more, Mark, about your own journey into engineering?
I've worked in software engineering for about 22 years now. I started out working in telecoms as a software engineer in the early 2000s before continuing as an engineer in insurance, and then I actually moved to work for an English company who did a lot of like software consultancy and worked with a lot of blue chip companies within the UK. That was a fascinating place to work, and it taught me a lot about not only how software engineering works, but how businesses operate and how our customers respond to things, and how to speak to people on a range of different levels. After that, I spent a few years working as a leader in the software industry in Northern Ireland before moving to Firstup in September 2021.
And how have you found undertaking dual roles as both Director of Engineering and Site Lead at Firstup?
I think the most interesting aspect of that is the opportunity to work with not only the engineering teams that I've classically worked with over the years, but also starting to partner with our, you know, customer support, CX, and other teams that we have in Belfast. That brings a different dimension to things, and it offers a chance to provide leadership across more than just one discipline. The engineering aspect is always going to be close to my heart. I mean, I think what we're doing here in Belfast is trying to build a world-class team of engineers to continue to deliver on the Firstup product strategy. and over time, grow those numbers so that we become, a major player within the Belfast marketplace.
Firstup were really supportive of Digital DNA's recent celebration of tech success at the Digital DNA Awards. How did you find sponsoring the Workplace of the Year category?
This was the first time that we've engaged with Digital DNA as Firstup. I have to say it's been a very rewarding experience up to now. We were delighted to sponsor Workplace of the Year as it's a category that fit very well with our company ethos and our entire reason for existing. Our team really enjoyed it, and it was great not only to sponsor the event and attend, but to meet so many people from the rest of the industry there.
So incredibly, Firstup are also going to be a partner at our upcoming Digital DNA Belfast event at St George's Market. Can you tell us a bit more about what we should expect from the speaking and exhibiting in the room?
I'm delighted to have the opportunity to attend the event. In this case, we're going to have one of our communications specialists, Brittany Barheit, join us for the event. Brittany and myself are going to do a panel discussion on stage, as well as we're going to have our exhibition space where we'll have not only myself and Brittany, but some of the other team members there to talk not only about what the team in Belfast is like, but what Firstup is like as a company, and everything we can offer to our customers and to any of our prospective employees.
Brilliant, Mark. Thank you very much for your time, and we're really looking forward to seeing what happens with Firstup in the future.